Hey there, Mr. Thayer from the Syracuse Academy of Science and Citizenship with another math lesson. Today is a math review. We're looking at telling and writing time. And today is all about just the basics of the clock, just understanding what is on a clock, what is represented when we are telling time. And this will help you as we get into the exit level problems and into the EngageNY module problems. They will help you with that. Kind of the review pieces here I have written out here. We're just going to kind of briefly go through them. An hour is a unit of time equal to 60 minutes. All right, when we're thinking about that clock, an hour is a unit of time equal to 60 minutes. So it takes 60 minutes to go all the way around the clock to get to an hour. And a minute is a unit of time equal to 60 seconds. So if I was slowly count to 60 by ones, that would be 1 minute. So hours and minutes are what you need to understand when we are telling time. The hour hand is the shorter hand on the clock that shows what the hour is. Okay? And the minute hand is the longer hand on a clock that shows what the minute is. So if we are looking at an analog clock, we can understand what those hands are telling us. All right, and I'm going to show you a clock in a few minutes here that I have drawn. That'll just kind of be a basic picture for us as we go through here. So AM and PM. AM refers to the time from midnight until right before noon. That is AM. And then PM refers to the time from noon right up until midnight. So AM would be, usually we are sleeping at midnight when the time clicks over, and then we get up for school, and throughout our day it's AM, and then right till around lunchtime, and then at noon it clicks over to PM, and then PM is kind of the rest of the day from lunch all the way till like dinner, till you go to bed, and like kind of you're sleeping, and at midnight it switches over. So that's AM and PM. These are important when I give you guys problems where you're telling me the time, an analog time. It might ask you for AM or PM, so it's kind of one of those detail things to look for. All right, so hour, minute, hour hand, minute hand, AM and PM are all things that you are going to encounter when you are working on telling time. So these are very important. Okay, the second thing that I think is very important when we're telling time is this right here. I just drew this clock together. I just drew it just to kind of illustrate a couple of points here. And what you're going to see is as these lessons go on, we're also going to use a number line to help us when we're looking for time. We're used to working off the number line. We've been doing it since kindergarten. So really understanding the number line and to help us tell time is going to be a big thing. But what I want to show you here is just this. I know it's just a drawn clock here, but I want you to kind of get some ideas and some basics here. First off, there's the long hand there. That is our minute hand. That's telling us how many minutes we have. And the short hand is telling us what hour it is. That is the hour hand. And as you can see here, it's between 2 and 3 o'clock. So we know that the hour is 2 o'clock right here. And the minute hand, I'm going to show you in a second how we look at that. What I want to do is I want to just look at the face of the clock, and we can understand some basic principles by counting by 5 when we're looking at the face of a clock. So right here at 12, we can go with 0, or we can sit here. We can work from 0. So we're going to go 0. At the 1, we're going to go by 5. We're going to count by 5s now. So the 1's going to be 5. 10 is going to be 2. 3 is going to be 15. And all we're doing is counting by 5s right now. 4 is going to be 20. 5 is going to be 25. 6 is going to be 30. 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55 brings us to 60, or we could start with 0 up there. So that's just a basic. I think this is really important when telling time, because these, if you understand counting by 5s, it'll be really beneficial when telling time. So I kind of like to outline these first here. So as you can see, we go around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. You're also going to see that as we go through this lesson, you're going to see us plotting that on the number line between 0 and 60 right there. We'll plot that in the next couple of modules, but I just wanted to show you guys that. And then also in between here, like for example here, I have 15. We're gonna see tick marks in between, and those tick marks are those are gonna be your 1 minutes there. So here, this is where you're gonna see 16, 17, 18, and 19. All right, and it's gonna count. It's gonna go all the way around to 60. Okay, so these are basic ideas that you're gonna see as we are talking about time, and I wanted to just kind of outline them prior to getting into the lessons. So, like I said, understanding what an hour is. What minutes are, hour hands, minute hands, AM and PM are all important little elements that we can kind of pick up quickly. Counting by 5 as we go around the clock is also something that we should have a good grasp of right now. And then understanding that we can plot this on a number line to help us as well. So if we were to look at this right now, I would look at the shorthand right here. I understand that it's not at the 3 yet. So this would be 2. Okay. And then the big hand right here is at the 5. So that would be a 0 and a 5. And I would understand that if I'm reading my analog clock, it would be 2:05 would be how you would read the analog clock here. Okay? So like I said, again, it was just a review today. I don't know if it's a review or a kickoff as to what to expect in terms of reading time on a clock. But this is one of those things where you need to practice it. You got to really look at a clock. We are kind of spoiled with digital clocks where we can kind of just click on our phones or just kind of see the numbers right there. But telling time, understanding what a clock looks like, and the pieces of it are important. So make sure you do that. Head over to the exit ticket. Take care of business, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks.